Welcome back, Commanders. On today's Devlog update, we'll be talking about mesh deformation, the new cloaking effect, some targeting information, and a quick look at the NTL's Guide to the Galaxy. Before we get started, I want to say a huge thank you to Vince from Dad's Gaming Addiction, as well as Luke and Tom from LT Gaming. I'll be leaving some links down below just in case you guys may not know who they are, but they've been a huge support network for the production of No Time Left. They've recently showcased the project on their channels, and the feedback has been overwhelming. So thank you to them for getting the word out, or helping me get the word out, and just being generally awesome dudes. With that, let's get started. So for the mesh deformation, I've created a system where the incoming projectile damage is calculated to create a certain amount of deformity in the surrounding vertexes, right? Those little dots that make up a triangle. So what happens is it'll take the damage and from that create a radius and a depth. It'll push all of the vertexes in by some amount up to a maximum amount, so you don't get these weird sort of gaping holes that make no sense. Larger panels, as you see here, definitely show this better. I'm using one of the strongest projectiles in the game, so this is most likely what you're going to see as the maximum amount of deformation at once. Smaller weaponry can do it as well, but it will build up over time, which is nice. You can also repair it as well, and you see the parts kind of go back together. It's not a perfect system. As you can see with smaller details, they get sort of weird, but I think it looks really good. Especially here on the stealth ship, it shows it really well with these long, flat panels of hull. You can see the bending of the material, which is really nice, and on top of the original damage mechanic that I have, with the texture being sort of burnt and charred, I think it creates an overall nice effect. Moving on to cloaking, the original cloaking effect lacked a finishing quality. So when a player ship became fully cloaked, the player couldn't see the ship. I knew this would be a problem and would address it at some point in the future. So big shout out to Vince from Dad's Gaming Addiction for calling it out. I knew it needed to be done, but his feedback definitely put it to the top of the list for future players. So, you know, you could see the cloaking system opening up, which is a really nice effect created by my artist. And now I made sure each ship will have its own unique style. This is something that's very important to me, that each ship feels different. So there's very little shared from ship to ship. So there's a lot of tuning involved, which definitely causes a longer development time, but I think it's well worth it. So each ship will have its own cloaking effect, its own cloaking style, and I think that'll just help each ship sort of stand out during its playthrough, right? They'll all feel different, look different, and react differently, which I think creates just an overall nice effect for the project. I wanted to talk a little bit about targeting. A commenter left a fantastic comment asking, hey, how is targeting actually done? So what you'll do is you'll press the keyboard shortcut to select either the next target, previous target, or the closest target. You'll be presented with a panel, both a hologram that you can use for targeting or a list of the systems. You'll select a weapon, and that weapon will turn blue. The icon will turn blue to let you know it's ready. And then in either the hologram panel, you can click, or on the list panel, and then a little number denoting which weapon has been selected will show up, and then the weapon will begin firing. And it really just is that simple. The weapons are given a certain amount of intelligence, so if a weapon is about to fire upon its own ship or a friendly ship, it will stop, and the user interface will reflect that. The icon will turn red, letting you know, hey, I'm blocked. This is just because in the fog of battle, things get hectic, so just a little bit of extra information. Moving towards the No Time Left guide, this is an early look. It's still very much in progress, but I wanted to share it with everyone. I think it's fun. It'll keep track of how many weapons and subsystems and drones and everything that you've unlocked throughout your playthrough as a sort of achievement that'll be in the game. So you can see all the different levels we have. I have level 1, 2, 3, and 4, sort of a basic role-playing style of uncommon, rare, epic, and I'm calling it legendary. So we have legendary items in the game. And As you see here, the Ion Blossom, I actually have to reclassify that. That's probably too powerful. The Ion Blossom's actually based off of the Death Blossom from a 1980 sci-fi movie. Comment down below if you know the reference, which movie the Death Blossom is from. But you see just a fun little guide and information for new players to learn and keep track of their progress through the No Time Left universe. So that was just a quick look. I wanted to thank everyone one more time for stopping by and showing their support, and just a humongous thank you. I'm looking at the wish lists now, and as of recording this, it says there's 3,400 of you out there that have wish listed No Time Left. I cannot express in words how grateful I am to all of you for showing the support, whether it's wish listing, subscribing on the YouTube channel, leaving a comment, or just sharing it with friends. Really, it's been a amazing journey, and one that I am not nearly done with, but I thank everyone, again, Vince, Luke, and Tom from YouTube, and everyone here who watched this video today. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys, and I look forward to seeing you next time.